Hello everyone, in this lecture we are going to learn a verb and all its kinds with definition and examples plus explanations, but if you are new to my channel then subscribe and like the video. Well, let's move and start it. A verb is a fundamental part of speech that expresses an action, occurrence, or state of being in a sentence. It typically conveys what the subject of the sentence is doing, has done, or is in a certain state. For example, she runs every morning. In this sentence, run is a verb that indicates the action being performed by she. It shows that she engages in the activity of running. She is happy. In this sentence the verb is plays a crucial role in expressing the state of being. The verb is a form of the verb to be, which is used to describe various states, conditions, and qualities of the subject. In this case, is indicates the current state of the subject, she, which is happy. They ate lunch at noon. Here again in this sentence, ate is a verb that describes the action that they performed in the past. It indicates the act of consuming food. Well, as you have understood a verb but you haven't understood the types of a verb. Let's move and learn them one by one. Transitive verb. A transitive verb is a verb that requires a direct object to complete its meaning. The direct object is the person or thing that the verb is acting on. In other words, you can say, a transitive verb is a type of verb that requires a direct object to complete its meaning in a sentence. In other words, it's an action verb that needs something or someone to receive the action. For example, she read a book. In this sentence the verb read is transitive because it needs the direct object, book, to make complete sense. Without the direct object, the sentence wouldn't convey a clear action. He ate an apple. In this case, the verb ate is a transitive verb because it requires a direct object, which is an apple, to complete its meaning. The verb ate indicates the action, and the direct object, an apple, tells us what was eaten. Without the direct object, the sentence wouldn't fully convey the action of eating. They built a house. In this example, the verb built is a transitive verb because it needs a direct object, which is a house, to make sense. The verb built shows the action of constructing, and the direct object, a house, specifies what was constructed. Without the direct object, the sentence wouldn't convey the complete idea of building something. Intransitive verb. An intransitive verb is a verb that does not require a direct object to complete its meaning. In other words, the action of the verb is complete without an object being acted upon. For example, the cat slept. The verb slept is intransitive because it does not require a direct object. The cat is simply sleeping, and there is no object being acted upon. Basically, here the verb does not require an object for completion of the sense of the sentence. The birds flew away. The verb flew is intransitive here. It indicates the action of the birds moving through the air without requiring a direct object. The phrase away adds extra information about the direction. He laughed loudly. In this sentence, the verb laughed is intransitive. It describes the action of laughing, and the adverb loudly provides more detail about how the action was performed. Linking verb. A linking verb is a verb that links the subject of a sentence to a subject complement. A subject complement is a word or phrase that describes or identifies the subject of the sentence. Basically, a complement can be either an adjective, noun, etc. Linking verbs help to describe or identify the subject by showing a relationship between the subject and the complement. Unlike action verbs, linking verbs don't show a direct action. Instead, they help to establish a state of being or condition. For example, she is happy. In this sentence, the verb is a linking verb. It connects the subject, she, with the subject complement, happy, describing her state of being. The cake smells delicious. The verb smells is a linking verb here. It links the subject, the cake, with the subject complement, delicious, describing how the cake is perceived. The sky appears cloudy. In this sentence, the verb appears is a linking verb. It connects the subject, the sky, with the subject complement, cloudy, describing the sky's appearance. Finite verb. A finite verb is a verb form that shows tense, such as present, past, or future. Person, first person, second person, or third person, and number, singular or plural. Finite verbs are used in sentences where the subject and verb need to agree in terms of tense, person, and number. For example, she sings beautifully. In this sentence the verb sings is a finite verb. It is finite because it provides information about the tense, person, and number of the action being performed by the subject, she. The verb sings is in the present tense, indicating that the action is happening in the current time frame. The verb sings is in the third person, indicating that the action is being performed by someone other than the speaker. The verb sings shows the singular form, agreeing with the singular subject, she. They played soccer yesterday. The verb played in this sentence is a finite verb because it shows tense which is in the past and it also agree with the subject, they. He reads books every day. The finite verb reads is in the present tense and it shows third person, and also shows a singular form. Agreeing with the subject, he. Infinite verb. An infinite verb, also known as a nonfinite verb, is a verb form that doesn't show tense, person, or number. It's not bound by these grammatical features and is often used to express the action or idea without specifying when or who is performing it. You need to remember that in nonfinite verb includes gerunds, participles, and infinitives. For example, I am excited to meet you. In this example the verb to meet is a nonfinite verb because it does not show the tense or number of the verb. The tense of the sentence is present, but the verb to meet does not have a present tense form. It also does not have a singular or plural form. He saw a sleeping cat yesterday. The word sleeping is a nonfinite verb form because it's functioning as an adjective to describe the cat. As you know here the verb sleeping does not show tense or person, and it does not function as the main verb in the sentence. Instead, it is used to modify a noun cat. Running is a good exercise. In this sentence the word running is a nonfinite verb form. Specifically, it is a gerund, which is a verb form that functions as a noun. In this context, running is the subject of the sentence. And it represents the activity being discussed. Gerunds, as nonfinite verbs, can take on various roles in a sentence, such as subjects, objects, or complements. Infinitive verb. An infinitive verb is the base form of a verb that is usually preceded by the word to. In English, infinitives are typically written as to followed by the base form of the verb, example, to eat, to play, to read. Infinitives can function as nouns, adjectives, or adverbs in a sentence. For example, to travel is my dream. In this sentence, the infinitive to travel serves as the subject of the sentence. It represents the concept of traveling and is the main focus of the sentence. She loves to sing. Here, the infinitive to sing functions as the direct object of the verb loves. It answers the question, what does she love, and provides more information about the action of loving. He studied hard to pass the exam. In this sentence, the infinitive to pass functions as an adverb that modifies the verb studied. It explains why he studied hard, indicating the purpose or goal of his studying.